Hirap pa ba ang ating bansa upang matupad yung mga pangarap mo?
That's a very good question. Kaya nung ako yung naging mayor ng Maynila, ang dami kong pangarap. I promise a 10-year plan. Okay. Nung naupo ako, bangkarote yung Maynila. Then, through some policy, or what you call financial engineering, creative financial engineering, wherein we tap on existing resources of the government that underperforming and non-performing to be disposed and let the private sector access it, invest, develop, create windfall or taxes later on, and create jobs. At the same time, cash on hand. Cash on hand makes a difference. So in our case, no, in the country, may awa ang Diyos. Kahit ganun din ang gagawin ko. Una, ano ba mga asset natin na nakatenga lang? Ano yun? Yung dying and we continue to spend and became an asset became a liability. Doesn't make sense for the government to continue to hold on it. You have to let the private sector come in to reinvest and invest in our resources. So this will create liquidity in government spending and programs. Then I will go back to the best way to involve private sectors by going back to PPP, public-private partnership, so that we can continue with the build, pero hindi na tayo uutang. Dito na tayo kukuha sa private sectors. Now, if you remember, I made a commitment already that I will cut into half, 50%, yung tax on oil and tax on electricity at 50%. Again, for MSMEs to continue to be, to survive. And at the same manner, maramdaman kagad ng tao, ikaw mismo, ikaw magbabayad ka ng kuryente, magbabayad ka ng gasolina, maramdaman mo agad. But the bigger picture of that is, after mapakinabangan to immediately ng tao, tangible, the bigger picture of that is, we're gonna raise our FDIs, or what we call foreign direct investment, because our utilities now, cutting taxes into half with regard to oil and electricity, will be competitive in the region. Like in the case of Vietnam, Vietnam has about $16 billion. Indonesia is about $24 billion. Foreign direct investment, we only have about $8 billion. Because they go there because mura magtayo ng planta, mura magtayo ng kumpanya, and the ease of doing business and the bureaucracy. It's easy. So having said that, now we'll be competitive. In fact, mas mahirapan sa atin ng Vietnam, mas mahirapan sa atin ng Indonesia kapag pantay na ang cost of utility or cost of operation. Bakit? Kasi mas magaling ang Pilipino. Mas magaling ang Pilipino skills, communication, and our culture is kayang tanggapin ng ibang nasyon. Kasi madali tayong mag-adapt. So these are the things, the key things that the Philippines has, yung tayo as a tao. In fact, I do believe, that's why I disagree to one statement made by other person na mahinang klase raw yung ating mga seaman. No, that's not true. We have the best seaman in the world. Tayo may pinakamagaling na marinero. I mean, tripulante. We don't build ships. But we man the ship. And we're the best in the world. And they're very skilled. Kaya nga gusto ko maging kapitan ng barko nung araw, di ba? Naalala mo yun? Yung kwento ko. Kasi gusto ko maging seaman. So, these are assets. So, how can we do it? Yes. Pooling all resources, whatever we can find, and we invest on something to create more jobs. And iikot ngayon, what you call the velocity of money. Pag nagmura ang lahat, magmumura ang bilihin, maraming savings will be gagastusin. Paggastos ngayon nun, babalik ngayon sa gobyerno. ng velocity of money.
So magandang ginawa mo sa Maynila, pwede mong gawin sa buong bansa, Mayor.
Yes, it's a matter of what we did is duplicable and scalable because it is the principle behind the governance. It's management. It's about the administrative ability, modesty aside. It's not about motherhood statement. It's not about one word. You say one word and it solve the entire problem. Hindi mo naman maisasaing yung isang salita lang. No, di ba? Sa akin kasi talaga, government, it's always about the people. It's about your constituency. Whether it is the barangay, municipality or city, province, region, or even the country. It's always about the people.
Pero malaking challenge, Mayor, siguro ang malaking utang din natin.
Yes,
Sa
malaki
ating
talaga
bansa.
utang natin.
Oo, so paano natin may matupad itong mga programa na ito pag malaki ang utang, trilyones ang utang ng bansa?
11 trillion, going 12, going 13, yes. I think about 62% of our GDP is, But the point is, hindi naman tayo pautangin kung hindi natin kaya magbayad. No. So we continue to do that, hindi sa utang. We make private corporations, to participate in governance in terms of build. If we build more schools, build more housing, build more hospitals, create more jobs. Kasi yung ikot talaga ng pera natutulog ngayon ang pera ng private sector. O bakit pa ako mangungutang kung natutulog lang ang pera nila? O di hayaan ko silang sumali sa programa ng gobyerno na kapaki-pakinapang sa tao. Then naturally, iikot at may trabaho ang tao. Pag may trabaho, again, manager, pag may trabaho ang tao, hindi magugutom. Pag hindi nagugutom ang tao, hindi man siya yumayaman, pero komportable ang pamumuhay niya, bababa. That's what happened in Manila. We provided whatever basic needs. It's always about MBN, no? Minimum basic needs. Housing, school, hospital, jobs. Awa ng Diyos. Mabilis kami nakarecover. We became world competitive, modesty aside, including in the Bloomberg competition. And left and right, we were awarded by DTI and other agencies of government, DILG, even yung paglilinis ng kalsada, pagsasaayos ng kalsada, mga simpleng bagay na araw-araw lang napapabayaan. Kinilala naman ang lusot naman. Muling nabuhay yung Kapitolyo ng bansa na dati, alam niyo naman, puro kadugyutan, parang walang gobyerno. With 2.6 million nighttime population and 3 million daytime population. So, I'm happy and grateful to the people of Manila na pinagkatiwalaan nila ako kahit sa murang edad because as far as data is concerned, hindi sila bumuboto ng batang ngayon. Never pa. First time, they took a risk. But I hope I did not do it. Sa awa naman ng Diyos.
Mga matatanda ang karamihan, di ba?
Usually. Nakita nyo naman po, hindi naman namin pinagbubuhat ang bangko. Huwag naman ang lobby ng Diyos. May bigla kayong viewers ngayon. Nakikinig. Nangailangan ng tocilizumab. Nangailangan ng remdesivir, baricitinib, molnupiravir. Ngayon may bago pa kami, Bexapil. Itong mga produktong to, mga gamot antiviral medicine na kinikilala ng mundo, or sa mundo available yun, sa Pilipinas, sa Maynila meron kami no. So we extend that to any Maria and Pedro as long as mabuhay ka lang. There are things that are duplicable. It's the habit, it's the attitude, it's the ability to manage things. Kaya nga po, Manong Jude, sabi ko nga sa mga kababayan natin, kung pagod na kayo sa away ng pula, away ng dilaw, araw-araw na lang sila ang nag-aaway. For the past 39 years, sila nag-aaway. That's why I offer myself as an option. Kung pagod na kayo sa away na yan, if you want to get things done, at the very least that I can assure you of all the problems. Mahirap ang problema natin. Of all the problems. Hindi ko naman yan itinatanggi, ang hirap na dadanasin ng isang leader sa darating na ilang buwan simula ngayon. But I get things done.
Okay. Mga aksyon na itong kauban, mao si Manila Mayor ISKO Marino Dumagoso, Presidential Candidate. Sir, dito tayo silang specific. Murang gasolina.
Oh,
Paano natin maipababa ang presyo ng gasolina ngayon? Masyado na mataas.
well, kung sinwerte tayo ngayon, halimbawa, presidente tayo,
Oo.
I'll cut into half the taxes. Magpaparaya ang gobyerno.
Paano?
I'll cut into half the tax. 50% tax. The
Okay.
tax itself. Yun ang babawasan ko. Ibig sabihin, aatras ang gobyerno. Babawasan natin yung buwis. And that costs about at least 12 or 10 peso.
Mhm.
Can you imagine that? Ang laking ginhawa nyo sa tao. Ngayon, malulugi ang gobyerno.
Oo.
Tama
So
na.
paano?
O
Malulugi ang gobyerno.
maniningil lang naman ako. May sisingilin pa ako 203 billion peso sa isang pamilya. Ready na yun eh. Final and executor. Andiyan dyan eh. Yung minana nila, ibibigay lang nila yung kaunti sa gobyerno for 30 years. Andiyan dyan lang, tutulog lang yun. Mano ba namang kolektahin lang natin?
Gaano ito katagal masustain ng gobyerno? Administrasyon mo?
It is a temporary thing. We cannot sustain that all through the years. That's why may timeline.
Oo.
Kaya kita sinasabihan kanina, Manong June, 2 years.
Oo.
May awa ang Diyos. So, 2 years recovered tayo. Kung mapaaga, di balik natin sa normal lang. But for the meantime, kailangan maramdaman mo, Manong June, at ng iyong mga tagapakinig, ang ating mga tagapanood, na may gobyerno silang nasasandalan. Yung sa oras na matutumba na yung tao, may pader silang nasasandalan. Yun yung gusto kong gawin. Yun yung ginagawa namin. Ipinararamdam namin sa iyo na may matatakbo ang kapang gobyerno.
Nabanggit mo rin yung mabilis na internet.
Good question, Manong June. Kanina may update ako. Sige, please continue.
Oo. Paano ito masumbang
Okay.
yung problema
Alam mo,
sa internet?
yung internet, no, we started at 56 kbps nung araw, no, in the mid-90s. But may internet naman tayo, may mga kable na tayo, pero maraming lugar. I've been around for the past 60 days. I've been around the country. Maawa ka. May hika yung internet. Hinihingal yung internet. Internet is a mode of communication that may create commerce and jobs.
Oo.
Tingnan mo. Halimbawa lang mga freelancer natin, hindi ko alam kung may nakikinig na freelancer ngayon. Meron silang artistic talent o skills. But due to lack of access to better and high-speed internet, nadideprive sila ng opportunity to grow or to maximize their talents online. No? Alam naman natin, marami nagpapasubcon sa mundo. Marami naman tayong Pilipinong talentado na freelancer ngayon. So, if you have a high-speed internet available anywhere in an archipelagic country like Philippines, that includes the water, in our sea, in our ocean. Wow, can you imagine the possibility, the probability of us being more competitive to our neighboring region and neighboring countries? And I'll tell you facts about it on how I'm going to address it. Well, 80 billion peso, magtayo ka ng communication backbone via fiber optics, no? Simula Tawi-Tawi hanggang Batanes. But the thing is, there is new technology now. Manong June, tingnan mo itong kaninang umaga, ewan ko kung nabalita mo last week, Manong June, nakikipag-usap na kami sa SpaceX.
I heard that.
Yeah, kay Elon Musk. And when we sent our letter, immediately they answered. And kaninang umaga, nag-meeting tayo sa Manila noong representative ng SpaceX Starlink. So mabilis yung proseso. Para magka-idea ka naman, Manong June, at yung ating mga tagapakinig, paano kayo magkaka-internet ng walang kable? Itong low orbiter satellite, no, na to, Siguro to mga 500 kilometers lang to sa space. Ito, satellite na to, maraming satellite to, maliliit, naka-deploy. No? Ito yung magpo-provide ng high-speed internet. You know how fast on a commercial use or residential use, you can have an access at 110 real Mbps o 100 Mbps real, no? When I say real, ito hindi yung nakikita mong commercial. Buy now, 3,000 pesos. You enjoy your 20 Mbps up to. Ayan, yung up to.
Malaging up to eh.
Yung up to. Ayun na yun, dali ka na doon. Pero ito, pag sinabi sa'yo 100,
100 talaga.
you get 100. At by the end of this year, Starlink and SpaceX is developing an enterprise dish, which can provide, kumapit ka man, 500 Mbps solid. So, pag may disaster, which is nangyayari sa atin sa Yolanda, nakita natin yung dating administrasyon, talagang wala. It took them so many days to get right information, real information in the field. Tapos nagka-problema tayo sa UDET, tumba rin lahat ng mga antena, tumba ang kuryente, and so on and so forth. So with this redundancy, I call it redundancy. So we have cable, we have copper, we have fiber optics. These things fail, we still have satellite for purposes of communication and getting data real time to save more lives. Because in a chaotic situation, I do believe, I don't know if you believe the same way at yung ating mga tagapakinig sa akin, every single moment in a tragedy, in a chaos, in this kind of situation like Yolanda and Odette, can save lives. So that's one. But on a regular day, like what we're going to do, we provide internet in our barangay and in our school on a daily basis. So, ang dami niyang gamit. Kaya siya. At ang maganda rito, kukwentuhan tayo ngayon. Available na si Starlink. Di ba? May awa ang Diyos. Sa tulong ninyo, naging presidente ako. Nakalatag na si Starlink. Yung satellite niya, about 50 plus satellite. Pagpalagalan natin, no? Sa Pilipinas. Kasi I think it's about a few thousand ang ilo-launch sa buong mundo to cover the globe. No? Nagkukwentuhan tayo ngayon. Gusto mo yung Starlink. Pagbigay ko sa iyo ng disk, pagkabit natin dito sa studio, ngayon, kinabit natin. May line of sight ka na. Hangin lang ang line of sight mo. Hanggat may langit, may internet. Ayun, parang ganun kaliteral. No? For purposes of imagination ng ating tagapakinig. Hanggang may langit, nakikita mo yung langit, may internet. Immediately may internet kami. That's how efficient, cost-efficient, effective, stable, and fast. So, can it be done? Yes, it's happening now. And I'm gonna give you a very good example of a tragic situation. Very timely. In the case of Ukraine-Russia situation, no, ay pagka tayo kable, yan yung nakikita, whether fiber optics or copper, pag yan pinutol, katulad ng ginawa ng Russia, pinutulan ng mode of communication, yung mga Ukrainian, noong binigyan ni Elon Musk ng access, may internet sila. See? They don't have to build years and years of pipes, submarine cable deployment. You can deploy anytime. So, and then you see, imagine naman yun, may nakikinig ngayon sa bundok, nakikinig ngayon sa bundok. Meron siyang talent, o meron siyang pananim, kakao, for example, chocolate. Tapos yung nanay niya may talent. Yung talent na yun sinali sa kanya. Marunong siya magluto ng tsokolate. Masarap. And because of internet access, he can sell where? Yung mga online store. How can he get paid? Online din. Paano? Ay yung fintech. So the entire ecosystem became available to you, Manong Jude, and to that guy or girl who's listening right now.
Oo.
Now he can make a living and provide livelihood for himself or herself or his family. So these are the future. And the same manner, those who are fishers folks in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the sea, can have an access of communication via satellite. Kung ano man ang mangyari sa kanilang aberya, kung kakailanganin nila, meron silang mode of communication.
Okay.
And it's cheap,
Oo.
naturally, as we progress.
I think doon na pa'y importanteng appointment